Group or partner work may or may not be useful. Like I can't stand working with other people or working in groups. When people say find a partner or get in groups of 2 or 3, I'm just like, oh Lord. I work better independently. I'm smart. I'm a smart girl. Everybody can see that clearly. So, I mean, when you get in groups, especially more than 2, half the group don't even do anything. Like, they just sit and talk and socialize, and one person ends up doing all the work. That's a big no-no. And then everybody else takes credit for something they didn't do? I don't think so. And then, well, a useful way was that when more brains are together, you get different ideas and you get different answers. Better than when you alone. Because when you alone, whatever you put on your paper is coming from your head. Nobody else's but yours. And then when you have to write something and people in the group disagree with things and they don't want anything to go on the paper unless they believe it's accurate, there's one argument. And then when it's time to show the teacher, like when it's time to turn in what you got, show the teacher what you did for the specific period of time that the teacher gave you, or if you have to present something and they see that you didn't do anything, then that's another 0. I can't fathom enough of how people get credit for stuff they did not do. And I could tell you more than one thing. People who take credit for other people's work, they possibly can't have the guts to do anything else, because that's like being a copycat. So you can't expect to go to college if you're a copycat, because in college they don't play. They take their work very seriously. And depending on what college you go to, for however long, if you decide that you're not going to do anything and that you're going to just chill the whole time, think again. Because you may end up getting kicked out of that college. I do work better independently. And my mama told me that there's going to be some times in the industry where you're going to have to work with people, whether you like it or not. It's either you work with them or you get fired. So, think wisely and think about which decision you want to make. Because it is clearly your decision. And if you don't want to work with them, you're just fired. Nobody can force you to do anything. Like, nobody's going to keep forcing you to do this. Like, nobody's going to keep holding your hand throughout this journey. It's either you do what you're told or your history. It's nothing personal. It's just that if you don't like working with other people, then we can't tell you otherwise. Group and partner work may or may not be useful. That's what I've vouched for my entire lifetime. And I've noticed that in elementary, middle, and high school. And being that I only got almost only one more semester to go before I'm a senior, that means that I need to be finishing my individual work. Because, I mean, when you're a junior, you're basically doing all the work yourself anyway. Because that's where they really stick it to you. And then when you become a senior, all you have to do is finish getting your credits to graduate. So, yeah. Group and partner work may or may not be useful. You decide if it is or if it isn't. So, because from my perspective, it's not. Because everybody doesn't cooperate. And that's just how it is.